Oh, hey everybody. I was just watching Peter Draws here on YouTube. He's a really cool artist that you can find on YouTube, and there's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of art that you can explore just on the internet. So I think at the end of the video, I'll post up some links so you can check out some of those artists. One of the cool things about art is that you don't need fancy art supplies to make art. You don't even need to be here in the art classroom, even though I miss you all so much and I wish you were here. Oh! That's okay. We're gonna make art anyway, alright? Art comes from in here, comes from inside, and you all have it, and you can still use it. Alright, so I'll give you some ideas. We'll make some art virtually together, and you know, we're just gonna keep it going. It's gonna be good. Alright, the first thing you might be thinking is like, I don't have pencils, I don't have colored pencils, I don't have markers, I don't have paints, I don't have anything. It's okay, alright? It's fine. You don't need all that fancy stuff to make some awesome art. I've made some of my best art ever with just these ballpoint pens. These regular pens are actually amazing. But you don't even have to have these. Whatever you have. Every house probably has something. A pencil, a pen. So you can ask somebody at your house and find something and really get creative with it. That's what art's all about anyway, isn't it? And you know what I found? I found this old notebook of like just some old sketches and things that I don't need anymore. You probably even have some old school notebooks, and you can draw right on this paper. You don't need some fancy drawing paper. You can even ask someone around your house if they have some old papers. You can draw on the back of receipts. You can draw on the back of anything that's, you know, being recycled that people don't need anymore. Don't get too hung up on having this perfectly clean paper. You know, in the art room, we love to use these recycled papers, and it's the same idea. Like, you know, you might not have a paper that's like perfect on both sides. Like maybe it has something drawn on one side, but you can find a paper where you can draw on the back. And you know what? Just because it has a little wrinkle in it, it's really okay. So just have fun with it. Be creative. All right, so I got my little notebook here, and something I've been doing a lot with some students is called character design, and I really love doing this. It's one of my favorite kinds of art, actually, so I think you're really going to enjoy this, and this is something that over break, it's going to open up a lot of possibility to you of things you can, places you can go with this. It's not just one drawing, it's inventing a whole thing for you and other people in your home to play with and have fun with. So character design is all about making a character. And what I like to do is start with some shapes. So like if I'm going to make say I'm going to make a robot character, maybe I'll start with a shape for the head. And if you can make an interesting shape, sometimes with these pens you got to scribble a little bit to get them to work. And you know what, if this one runs out, I'll find something else, because I'm a creative thinker and nothing's going to get in the way of my art. Luckily I found another one, and it's a blue pen, so that could even be more fun. So start with an interesting shape, right? Maybe that's a shape for the head. Maybe I'll do a cool shape for the body. Okay, and then for the feet, maybe we'll do like a little wheel here for the feet. That's fun. And then we'll give them some eyes. There's a lot of different kinds of eyes you can do. For a robot, I like to give them these kind of 3D, like buggy eyes. And we'll give them a little mouth and some shoulders. I think sometimes robots have like little antenna. Sometimes I give them little ear things like this. It's so cute. You know, I was thinking these would be the shoulders, but those are cute for just having like stubby little arms. I mean, he's just got little arms. It's cute. I like it. And maybe we'll give him some buttons. Now we want to really think about this character, because you can make comics out of the character. You can do all kinds of stuff with this character. So the more you think about it, the better. Like, you know, what does this character like to do? I think that he likes to go really, really fast and race around. I feel like these might be like wings or something like that. So maybe I'll draw a picture of him. I kind of like the way that design turned out. Maybe I'll draw a picture of him racing really fast. Like, you know, it's fun to draw him in different positions. Maybe I'll use the same shapes but kind of moving them a little bit so it looks like he's zooming. Zoom. Cool. That's a nice robot. I like it. Yeah, he's cute. Okay, and you do some action lines. So that's a character right there, and you can name your character. You know, the more you think about it, the more fun it's gonna be. I'm gonna name him ZUUM 5. Zoom 5, that's my robot. So I could make a comic out of this character. I could do so much with it. I could make, what does his car look like? Does he have a little pet robot? Maybe we will make him a little pet robot. It's going to be like a flying worm robot. And we'll give him all these different parts. So it looks like mechanical, like a little robot. Okay, and his head, it has one eye like this, and kind of like doggy ears. He's kind of like a worm dog robot thing. Yeah, that's really weird. I like it. Sometimes our imaginations can make weird, fun stuff. It's good. Okay, he's got a little pet there. Cool. And then I can make his little pet flying with him. Zoom. Fun. All right, that's a cool character. Zoom 5 and his little dog. ROVR. Rover. It stands for rocket. He's a rocket-owning virtual robot. Sure, Rover. Cool. Let's try something else. It's nice to put on some good tunes while you're making your art. I like to listen, well, on my YouTube channel I have like a whole playlist of stuff that I like to listen to for my art, but everyone's different, so you might like that, maybe you have your own thing, but I find music really helps me get in the zone. So let's make a different type of character, something totally different. Maybe we'll make a superhero, right? Superheroes are awesome. So we'll make a superhero, and you can think about her powers or anything. This superhero, she's going to be like a cyborg, which means she has robot parts that help her out. So we'll start with a shape for her helmet. This is the shape I made for her visor, and her helmet will have these things on it. And then, yeah, sure, it'll be that shape. And if you make a mistake, don't worry about it too much. Like, we're just doing this for fun. You don't even have to show anybody. It's really okay. All right, so just go with it. I'm using a pen, and I know that I can't erase if I make a mistake. I'm not gonna just start all over just because I make a mistake. I'm just gonna keep going and have fun with it. It's really okay. That's not really how I envisioned her helmet looking, but it's cool. It's gonna be all right. We'll give her a cape. See, I'm just kind of using these weird shapes for the cape. And her body can come down this way. She's got to have a cool robot cyborg belt thing. I feel like I'm so robot themed today. I don't know what the deal is, but we're just gonna go with it. And her powers will be, she's gonna have this really cool cyborg glove. I'm doing weird shapes and this hand does not look super great, but that's okay. It's kind of weird, but it's fine, I guess. So she's gonna have like this technology powers with her cyborg glove, and what she can do is she can take over any kind of technology. So there's like a TV over here, and on the TV she's put a goofy face so that anybody who walks by the TV will be full of laughter. So evil, right? Okay, that's a weird face. I like it. And you can add lots of details, and this is what the design is all about, like the details and things that make your character special and make them look really cool. I think her other arm will be a rocket. And we'll give it like different rocket parts down here. And like tubes. I like to do these kind of tube type things to make something look mechanical. And she's got to have a cape. I love capes. Not all superheroes wear capes, but pretty much all of mine do, because I love making capes. I feel like the best superheroes have capes at least, but maybe that's just my opinion. If you ever watch The Incredibles, you might think a little differently, and that's okay. That's pretty cool, I like that. Oh, we gotta do her rockets though. Alright, so I like this character. I like this one more than Zoom 5. Sorry Zoom 5, you're sweet. I do like you, but I think I like this character more, and that means I'm going to want to do more with this character. So, on the next page, I'm going to keep developing this one. She doesn't have a name yet. I wish you all could tell me names. Usually when I ask my students, they have these amazing ideas, and it's like, oh yeah, let's just use that. We'll come back to it. It's not a big deal. So, you know what? I said I wanted to do more with that character, but I just had an idea. I want to show you a character that I made up when I was in 3rd grade. My friend Ben and I, we used to make these comic books. Actually, I'll show you just how we made it. So we'd take a paper, and all we do, this is it, we just fold it in half like that. And that's what we would say is a comic book. You could put more pages in there if you want, but we would just do these. That's it. It's just like cover page, and then comics in here, and then the back page. And the character that we made, I think you're gonna like this. Let's see. I'll show you what he looks like. See if you can guess what this character is. He's got those really strong superhero eyebrows and that big cheesy grin. And of course he's got a cape. It's Breadman. That's right. The world's first bread-themed superhero. I don't know why, but he exists. Breadman, and his sidekick is Mr. Loaf. Breadman and Mr. Loaf. And Mr. Loaf looks like this. You know what? You can draw these guys if you want to. I don't care if you copy my stuff. Maybe you make your own Breadman comics and make up some new Breadman characters. And the funny thing about Mr. Loaf is he's just like a super fan. He just doesn't really do anything, but he just cheers on Breadman. He's got like little flags, and he's got a big foam #1 hand thing. And he's just this happy little like, yay, we'll go Breadman, go. It's a pretty cool dynamic. So, you know what I would do then is I would go on the inside and make a comic. And when I'm making comics, you know, you use like these squares and different ways of dividing up the page. And the way you read a comic is first page here, you read here and then here. And then the next page you start back at the top and read down. It's just like reading a regular book. You wouldn't like read this way. You would read this first page top to bottom and this page top to bottom, okay? So, you know, maybe Breadman is, I don't know, what would Breadman be doing just to set the tone of the comic? He's going down to sleep. He's like, it's been a long day. And we do these speech bubbles that's like round, and then there's a little point going toward the person that's talking, all right? And he's finally going to sleep in his little bread bed. With his little hands pulling the covers up. And Mr. Loaf is over here in his little loafing bed. He's loafing. That means if you're loafing around, it means you're like just being lazy. So kind of a pun. All right. It's been a long day, and he's sleeping. We put little Z's to show he's sleeping. And then suddenly, this shows that there's something loud. Blam! And then suddenly, he looks in the doorway. They look in the doorway. Here's Breadman waking up and looking over that way. And we put lines under his eyes to show that he's super tired. And he's just like, oh, what is it? I'm so tired. And in the doorway there is a mysterious figure. What could it possibly be? A shadowy figure. And Breadman says, oh no, I think it's here we go, the big reveal. Who is it? See if you can figure out what this villain is. He's a classic Breadman villain. It's the Toastmaster. Oh no! He's gonna toast everybody! But that's the end, because these are very short comics. But what you gotta do, you create this cliffhanger. People are like, what's gonna happen next with the Toastmaster? Then they gotta read the next comic, right? And it gets you excited to make the next comic. On the back, I would usually put my production name. These days I like to do Marble Comics. It's kind of like Marvel Comics, but it's just a joke about that. It's just like a little Marble Comics. And maybe you'd sign your name. Yeah, and you could put extra little details like, what's gonna happen next week on Breadman. So, that's a simple little comic, and you could crank out so many of these. You could make just a huge collection of comics. I wanna see what you all are making. So I hope that you make some of this stuff, and then when we come back, when I see you again, show me what you made. I'm really excited to see it. Let's do one more character for this one, okay? Something just totally different. Let's see. Here's something I like to do. Here's what I'll do. If I don't have an idea, if I'm not sure what to do, I start with just a weird shape, a funky shape. Or some of us learn those are called irregular shapes, okay? So, start with a weird shape. I'm going to really challenge myself with this one. I don't know what it's going to be. Okay, so I just made that shape, and I'm thinking, what am I going to turn that into? Let's see. You are all probably just bustling with ideas watching this, I can tell. You're like, oh, it's a this, it's a that. Here's what I see. I see a bunny. Thumbs up if you also saw a bunny, I bet you did. But he's a business bunny. For some reason I'm seeing a tie here, and this is like his collar, and his business suit. There's his tie. He is all ready to go work at the office. It's Business Bunny. It's kind of funny. Not my best character, but you know what? I had fun making it. And maybe Business Bunny will show up somewhere else. Hopefully not. I don't know. He's okay. The glasses. I like the glasses. I kind of like him a little more with the glasses. That's nice. Okay. So that's Business Bunny. Alright, that was fun. I hope that gave you some ideas and that you're either drawing already or you've got some cool things that you want to start drawing after the video. Because you all got some pretty cool ideas, alright? And I don't want just the fact that some people are sick and you got to stay home, I don't want that to mean that you don't keep using your creativity, because your creativity is beautiful and you have really great ideas. Yes, you, I'm talking to you. Yes, you have awesome ideas and you got to get those out, okay? You're going to have fun doing it, it's going to give you something to do, and you're going to build your skills. You're going to get better. So you get to use this time at home, cure your boredom, and get better at something. And when you come back to school, the more of these that you make, the better you're going to get at it. And I know some of you are going to be like, oh yeah, I drew like 100 characters and now I'm like this super pro awesome artist. I love when that happens. So let's do it, all right? Have some fun. Yeah, take care. After the video, I'm going to post some cool recommendations for art videos to watch. Also, there's a playlist on this YouTube channel full of these cool art videos. So, yeah, let's get creative. Let's have some fun, all right? I'll see you in the next video. There's going to be more. We're going to do all kinds of this stuff. Take care.